No matter how compassionate you are in giving criticism, too much criticism or frequently criticizing somebody is a form of abuse, and it can gradually... Hello, Rebel Pals, my special VPs. Welcome back to my channel. Today's topic is constructive and destructive criticism and how to handle them. Let's start with constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is given with a compassionate and helpful attitude. The goal is to provide support for growth. If you don't care about the person's self-worth before, during, and after delivering the criticism, it means you are not delivering a constructive criticism. You have to avoid damaging a person's self-esteem when criticizing them. There is a thin line between criticizing somebody and abusing somebody. So be mindful of your tone of voice, what you're saying, the goal, and the intent. No matter how compassionate you are in giving criticism, too much criticism or frequently criticizing somebody is a form of abuse, and it can gradually chip away their self-esteem. Be mindful about people's mental health, because we can't see mental state like physical injury. We can't see mental injury, and we have no idea how far or close other people are from insanity. So the distance, or what I usually say is the distance between each and every one of us to insanity is different. For some people, that distance is very short. So you don't want to be the one that delivers the damaging criticism to just push them off the cliff or make them want to jump. Anyways, no matter how confident you are, no matter how altogether you are and how strong you are, how mentally strong you are, if you are receiving constant criticism, if someone is constantly criticizing you, it will do a number on you. However, be open to constructive criticism because it can help you grow. Now, when it comes to learning and using initiatives or logical thinking, some people are fast learners and some are slow. Some people are commonsensical, some are not. So if you're dealing with someone who is less than smart or someone who lacks common sense, the best approach is to give yourself time to breathe and redirect your thoughts to focus on empathy and compassion before delivering the criticism or before criticizing them. If you have empathy for them, you'll be able to control your impulses from throwing, what I call so-called constructive criticism. You'll be able to control your impulses from lecturing them or constantly lecturing them or providing instructive criticism or destructive criticism. If you don't control your emotions or impulses to say something, you may end up saying something hurtful, or you may end up giving them constant criticism, which, like I said, there is a thin line between criticizing somebody and abusing somebody. Now, this is not to say that we should not correct people or point out people's faults or failures, but it just means we need to be mindful. We need to think through our delivery and the goal, and we need to be careful in our tone, in how we come across or how we make other people feel. Hence the name, right? Constructive. What is constructive? Anything you construct requires a goal, planning, and careful execution. So if you love someone, or when speaking to your kids or even your subordinates at work, the feedback should come from a place of help, growth, and with a nice tone. Usually, if you are angry, upset, or frustrated, that is not a good time to provide any type of feedback or criticism, because those emotions will certainly come through in your delivery. Again, be mindful of your headspace and the receiver's mental state. It is important for you to know that some people have the habit of constantly criticizing others and lecturing others, condemning and judging others. These habits, by the way, are usually common among toxic people, narcissists, and mentally unhealthy people. It is important for you to know what kind of person is providing you the critical feedbacks, or what is also known as constructive criticism, and whether they are giving them to you in good faith. You should be the judge of people and the judge of what they're saying to you and how they're making you feel. You should, be the judge and move accordingly. If you have to nip things in the bud, do it respectfully and firmly before they break you down. You can speak up and say something like, "I appreciate your feedback," or you can say, "Thank you for pointing that out," and just end it there. No need trying to defend or explain, or just appreciate and just keep it moving. Even if you don't agree, it's better to just nip it in the bud and just say, thank you, I appreciate your point, or I appreciate you pointing that out. Another thing to note is that toxic people, narcissists, etc. will often criticize you for something they actually do. This is a form of projection and what is also commonly known as the pot calling the kettle black. So don't feel bad, just laugh it off and keep your head high up, because if you try to explain or call out what they're doing, or call them out for doing something worse or for doing the exact same thing, then you have just opened the door for more criticism and gaslighting. Gaslighting, by the way, which is even worse. They will take it a level up. So save yourself the headache and just don't call them out or don't say anything. Just use the appreciate or thank you for pointing this out. Another group of people to be aware of when giving or receiving criticism are those with lack of common sense. If you are dealing with someone with a high IQ, studies have shown that they are more likely to lack common sense. It is better for you to take a walk than just take a walk, take a break, than to try to help them, because there is not much you can do to help them grow or accept this criticism. Life may just be their best teacher, so leave them for life to teach them. In any case, you have to be empathic and you have to put yourself in their shoes and ask yourself, how would you want someone else to treat you if you had their mental state or mental faculty or abilities? If you really feel the need to repeat yourself for the 100th time about something they need to work on or something they're doing wrong, just try and use the sandwich method of criticism, which is start with a positive comment, provide the constructive feedback, and end with another positive comment. No matter what you want to say, criticizing should be done and delivered in a respectful and tactful manner with the intention of helping the receiver improve and grow. If your goal is just to make the person feel like a loser, feel like they're always messing up and they're never good enough or they're good for nothing, that is destructive. Even if you may be doing it as a retaliation for being bullied or abused, it still doesn't make it right. Instead of retaliating by providing destructive criticism, just practice healthy boundaries. It's better for you to tell people how you want to be treated and the consequences that will follow if your boundaries are not respected than to deliver destructive criticism. Now, let's talk about how to handle constant criticism and destructive criticism. If you are the receiver, you can ask questions like, are you interested in my growth? If they say, I don't care, or especially with narcissists, they may say something like, what do you think? Clue number one, by the way, for narcissists is that they will never answer your question. Instead, they will ask you a question in response to your question. Just say, thank you for your feedback. If I need you, I will be sure to come to you for help. Or you can say, I will ask for your opinion if I need it. On the other hand, if you want to give criticism, you can ask if your opinion is needed before you offer one. Then offer suggestions and even possible solutions if you have the knowledge or experience to do so. Don't give blind advice. Yeah, a lot of people do that. They don't know what they're talking about. They just talk. Don't do that. In summary, the main difference between constructive and destructive criticism is the way they are delivered and the goal behind the delivery or the intent. Destructive criticism is damaging. It destroys the person's self-esteem, is derogatory or disrespectful, and sometimes it's delivered to just mock the receiver's failures. It is intended to hurt and tear down the receiver. It is so bad, y'all. Constructive criticism, on the other hand, helps the receiver become a better version of themselves. It improves the person, it helps the person, it builds their self-esteem. Remember, people lie a lot when they are called out for being destructive in their criticism. That's when they pull out this psychological line of defense. It was not my intent to hurt you. Like I said, there is a thin line between criticism and abuse. So be your own advocate and nip abuse in the bud before it breaks you down. If you believe that the giver of the criticism is coming from a good place, then appreciate and be open to criticism. It can help you grow when it comes from those who truly want to see you grow and succeed. Otherwise, set healthy boundaries and be sure to stick to your consequences. That's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me to the end of this video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell and choose all so that you can get notifications whenever I post new videos. I will be bringing you lots of valuable information as well as scientific knowledge to help you become a better version of yourself. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye-bye.